Yo, what's good, YouTube? Back with another video, man. Back with another smoke session. I don't know what smoke session this is. I think it's 45. Smoke session number 45, man. Let's get into it. Now, in today's, I don't know, I just glitched real quick. Today's smoke session, we're gonna be telling a story time. I was about to say in today's story time. In today's smoke session, we're gonna be doing a story time, man. This story time is about, feel me, how me and a couple of my friends back in sixth grade almost got lost. You feel me? Walking to my other friend's house. So I got the za, man. Got the blunt rolled up. Feel me? See, I see what we working with. But yeah, so let's get into it. So like I said, this story took place in sixth grade. Now, in sixth grade, the school I went to in sixth grade, you feel me, I went to since I was in kindergarten. So from kindergarten to sixth grade, I went to the same school. You feel me? So, and a lot of kids, you feel me, that went to that school, they was there for like years. So like, bro, it was people that was in my class in kindergarten that did the same shit I did. They stayed the whole time. So I was friends with a lot of people in my school in sixth grade. By the time I got, it was kindergarten through six, so like six was like the last year, and then you left. So like by the time I got to sixth grade, nigga, I damn near knew everybody in the school, bro. Like all the fifth, I knew all the fifth and sixth graders for the most part. You feel me? So I was cool with everybody, bro. Like I could make conversation with anybody, type shit. Now did that mean I talked to everybody? Hell nah, I didn't talk to everybody, but yeah. I'm basically what I'm saying is, when I was in sixth grade, it was people that was my friends back in like kindergarten and shit that wasn't like, we wasn't as close, but when we got to sixth grade, but you feel me, we were still cool. So that's the type of people I was with in this story. This story, it was me and three of my friends. So I'm gonna just say they regular names because I don't talk to these people no more. Which is, like I said, I always say that one of my biggest regrets is never, you feel me, staying in contact with my friends from elementary, because them was my real niggas. But I'm damn, bro, I lost a lot of friendships from elementary, man, and those my guys. But yeah, I don't talk to none of these niggas no more, so we just gonna use their regular names. It was me, my guy Wilson, nigga named Giovanni, and a nigga named Roberto. So, me, Wilson, and Roberto, me was in sixth grade, and Giovanni was in fifth grade. Now, Giovanni, me and Wilson, I'm trying to think. Bro, so my school was weird. They used to like move niggas' grades and shit. So like, when I was in kindergarten, the nigga Wilson and Giovanni both was in my kindergarten class, right? But then, so like that's how I knew Giovanni and Wilson. I met both of them in kindergarten. But then, one of the years, it was like either second grade or first grade, they had moved. They had basically told Giovanni either he got held back, or they told him like, I don't know, he was too young to be in the same grade as us. Cause they did that with another kid. I forgot what his name was, but it was a white kid, and he transferred to our school in first grade. And he was in first grade for like 2 weeks, and then they told him like, "Oh, you're not supposed to be in first grade. You're supposed to be in kindergarten." And they moved him down to kindergarten. So like they used to do that shit sometimes with some people. So he was in my. They were both of them was in my kindergarten class, but then like, eventually Giovanni got moved down a grade. But like so like, we didn't talk to him as much because we didn't see him as much. He wasn't in our class no more and shit. But like, we were still cool. Like I said, we were still cool. So, and the nigga Roberto, he had just came to our school in 6th grade. Like he just transferred. Like literally, he was only at our school for like a month or two when this story happened. So yeah, that's the background of how I met all these niggas. I met Gio and Wilson. I'm just call that nigga Gio. I'm not saying his whole name, a whole video. I met them in kindergarten, and I met Roberto when he transferred. Me and Wilson. Now Wilson was my closest friend in kindergarten. No, I'm lying. He wasn't my closest friend in kindergarten. Wilson was my closest friend in 3rd grade. I feel like 3rd grade is when me and Wilson really became friends. Cause, damn. In 3rd grade, I didn't have none of my niggas with me, bro. Like, kindergarten and 1st grade, I had the same best friend. It was I had 2 best friends. It was my nigga Malachi and my nigga Keith, bro. My nigga Malachi and my nigga Keith, bro. We was the big 3 in that bitch. I'm not gonna lie. But in 2nd grade, I didn't have neither of them niggas in my class. But I was cool with this Rican nigga named Lewis. Shout out my nigga Lewis. That was my guy, bruh. And me and Lewis got on the same bus too. So like, me and him became mad cool, bro. Me and him was cool for the rest of the. For me, that was one of my best friends up until 6th grade. I got another story to tell about that nigga Lewis, bro. Me and that nigga did a prank on niggas. That shit was funny. We trolled the whole 6th grade. I forgot about that shit. But yeah. Shout out my nigga Lewis. But then 3rd grade, feel me, me and Wilson was back in the same class. Because he wasn't in my class in 1st or 2nd, I don't think. Maybe he was in 1st, but I don't know. So yeah, me and Wilson got back cool 3rd. But in 6th grade, none of these niggas was in my class in 6th grade, bro. Like, I always say like I had a different friend every year because, like a different best friend every year because I literally was changing like who my closest friend was based on who was in my class. I'm getting very off topic in this story. Let's get back on topic. So boom, it's 6th grade. I'm trying to give y'all the background of these niggas. 6th grade, boom. Now at my school, that shot was crazy. But at my school, we used to have. My school had its own after school rec center. I probably said this in some of my old videos. We had an after school rec center and shit. And I was going to that shit ever since I was in 3rd grade. So from 3rd grade to 6th grade, I was going to this after school rec center damn near every single day, bro. You feel me? Now, Gio used to go there damn near every day too. Like, he used to go down there a lot too. Say after. Roberto did sometimes, like when he came, but Wilson never really did. Wilson was always like a nigga who got, feel me, picked up by his mom or dad at dismissal and shit. He used to be out of there. Like, it was either you was get picked up by one exit for early dismissal, or you was going out the exit all the way on the other side of the school where the buses was, or you was going in the cafeteria for rec. Shut the fuck up, my loud ass computer. But well, like, yeah. So, boom. I used to go there damn every day. Now, when I was in 5th grade, when I got in 5th grade, y'all probably know this if y'all went to rec centers and shit. They had, you feel me, gave niggas these computers and started making niggas, like, nigga, read books and shit on the computer and shit. Like, you had to do, like, your little reading shits and answer the questions about the book and shit. Bro, like, you had to do, like, 3 different books. That shit was annoying, right? And then, bro, niggas wasn't doing that shit. So then they came up with the rule. They was like, oh, if we don't do your books and shit, you can't go up to the gym. Like, man, you niggas is weird, man. Y'all trolling. Like, nigga, as soon as I used to come down to the rec, bitch, I'm getting on the game, nigga. Or you feel me? We had like these board games and shit. I'm playing some of the board games. You feel me? So, I guess I feel like on this day, I don't know how I ended up with 3 of these niggas. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know how I ended up with the 3 of these niggas. Or how this group even got together. But I know it was like, it was towards the end of the school year. So like, we was about to graduate soon. Except for Geo, but. So we was all on the park. Because I remember school had just ended. And we were supposed to be at the rec, but we didn't really want to go on the rec today. Like, we wasn't really feeling the rec. So we was sitting on the park. Now, the nigga Wilson, now my school that I used to go to, my elementary school, it was like down the street a couple minutes from my house. But the nigga Wilson was like closer to the school. But he was also like right down the street, bro. The nigga Wilson lived like literally a minute away from me. Like, you pull off my street, go like 30 seconds down the street, turn right onto another street, turn left, you are at Wilson house. You feel me? That's how close he lived. And like, if you, bro, the nigga he was basically a minute from the school, and I was a minute further. You feel me? From the school. So that's how it was. So we was sitting on the playground, we talking and shit. We like, bro, what the fuck we finna do? What's the move? Like, what we about to do? Whatever. So the nigga Wilson like, yeah, y'all could come to my house. You feel me? Y'all could come to my house. He saying mad shit, bro. The nigga like, y'all could come to my house. You feel me? We could play the game. Woo the woo. You feel me? I got a basketball court. You feel me? We could hoop. All that, right? So we like, I bet. You feel me? Now when he's saying this, a crucial part of the story. No, I'm gonna say that for later. He's saying all this, so we all like, I bet, whatever. Woo. So now we thinking, he told us, this is exactly what Wilson told us. This nigga said he was waiting for his dad to come pick him up. He's like, when my dad come pick me up, you feel me? I'm gonna ask him, you feel me, if I can come over, and he should say yeah, whatever. Woo. So we like, alright, bet. So this nigga dad pull up. His dad pull up. Feel me? He had a nice ass, like, I don't know, I think it was like a Charger or something. He was in some, you feel me, mean shit. So he pull up or whatever. This nigga Wilson grabs his bag, gets up, feel me, gets in the car. Them niggas skirted off the block, man. Niggas left. So they pull it off. Me, Gio, and Roberto, we sitting and on the park watching these niggas pull off, and we just like, what the fuck? They're like, we sitting here like, what the fuck? Well, what we supposed to do now? Like, nigga Wilson, you was our whole plan, you feel me, to get off this park, nigga, to not get caught. You feel me, from skipping rec. Cause that's what we was literally skipping rec until these niggas. Cause like, when it was hot outside, like I said, it was toward the end of the year. When it was hot outside, when we used to come out the cafeteria, you could either, feel me, go up to the gym or you could go outside. So we was basically waiting for these niggas to come outside and go upstairs to the gym. But like, we wanted, bro, it was like a whole, school ended at 3:30. Niggas didn't come up to the gym until 5. That's a whole hour and a half. He wasn't about to sit here on this fucking bored ass park doing nothing for an hour and a half, bro. So around this time, I don't even know what time it was, bro. But I know it was a hot ass minute before they was about to start letting niggas come up the stairs and shit, come outside. So we sit on the park. I'm like, bro, I can't believe, we just sit like, bro, I can't believe this nigga Wilson flaked on us. So I'm like, hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. I know where this nigga Wilson live at. They like, you lying. I'm like, bro, for real, I know where this nigga live at. This nigga live right down the street. Now listen, like I said, I knew Giovanni and Wilson since we was in kindergarten. I remember in kindergarten, nigga, when I don't know how this happened, but I remember in kindergarten this nigga Wilson gave me his address, bro. I remember the nigga gave me the address. The nigga told me the color of the house. You feel me? Nigga gave me the address. Nigga gave me the color of the house. Nigga gave me the color of the houses on the sides. Nigga, like the two houses on the side of his house. That nigga named the color of both of them houses and told me the color of his house, right? So I knew where this nigga lived at, and I knew what his house looked like. You feel me? I knew what to look for. Now, mind you, this is 6th grade. This nigga told me this shit in kindergarten. I feel like in his head, I know in his mind, he never thought I would have remembered that shit. But bro, I still remember that address to this fucking day. Like, it was like he wrote that shit. I remember he wrote that shit on a paper, on a note, and he handed that shit to me. And it's like I read that shit once, and I memorized it into my brain for the rest of life. Like, I still know that nigga address to this day, bro. You feel me? So, I'm trying to think. So I'm like, yeah, I know where this nigga live at. So I'm like, man, let's walk to this nigga house. Let's pull up on this nigga. So these niggas like, alright, bet. You sure you know where you going? I'm like, yes, bro, trust me. I know where this nigga live at. So boom. So we pull up. Well, I said we pull up. So we hop off the park and we get to walking. And I be walking. And I know the street name. And I know the color of the house. And I know what to look for. But the problem is, I don't know how to get to the street. I have an idea of how to get there. You feel me? Like, I know where it is, but it's like I didn't know. I knew where the street was, but I didn't know how to get there walking, bro. Like, I didn't quite remember like what street it was off of. You feel me? Cause it was like it was a street you had to turn on to. Bro, I got a piece of hair on my mustache right here. That shit's bothering me. That's why I keep going like this. But like, it was a street you had to turn on to before you turned on to his street to get there. You feel me? And I didn't remember what street it was. So we get to walking, and I remember I'm like, we come up on this street, and I'm like, bro, it's off this street right here. I'm like, all we gotta do is turn onto this street, and then it's gonna be, you feel me, right there, on the right. So they're like, I bet. So we turn onto the street. And we walking, right? And now I'm expecting, like I said, on the right. I'm expecting this shit to be on the right. Be on the right of me. Like, coming up. So we walking. Mind you, bro, this was like a 20, 30, 40 minute walk, bro. Like, we was trooping it for a minute, bro. So we walking down this street, down the side street, and I'm looking for the street name, bro, and I don't see this nigga's street name. And so, bro, we walking, bro, like, we literally walked like 3-4 blocks, and I still have yet to see this nigga's street name. So I'm like, bro, I think I turned down the wrong street, bro. I told these niggas, I'm like, bro, I think I turned on the wrong street, bro. I don't know where I'm at. And now these niggas get to panicking. These niggas, Dio and Roberto, they panicking. They like, bro, what you mean, bro? We trusted you, bro. Like, you told us you knew where you was going, bro. Like, what you mean, bro? He was like, bro. Then now these niggas putting it on me. They're like, bro, you gotta get us back to the school, bro. Like, you gotta get us back to the school. So I'm like, bro, alright, bro. I'm like, bro, I know how to get back to the school, bro. But I just don't know how to get to this nigga house. Like, I forgot how to get there. So we just walking, bro. At this point, we walking back to the school now. Like, we done turned around and we trying to find our way back to the main road, you feel me, that the school is on, and walk back to the school. So we walk it back. And we see this lady walking her dog. It was like this old lady walking her dog, right? And so this nigga Roberto he's like, bro, let's ask this lady where the street at. He was like, let's ask her where the street at, cause like, it's around here, right? They asked me, they're like, it's around here, right? I'm like, yeah, bro, it's around here somewhere. Like, it's not that far. Feel me? So, I'm like, he's like, bro, let's ask the lady, bro. I'm like, bro, no, I'm not about to ask this lady, bro. He's like, bro, come on, bro, let's just ask her. I'm like, me and Zio, we both like, bro, nah, bro, let's just go back to the school. He's like, bro, I'm about to ask her. So this nigga, as the lady's like about to walk past us, he asked this old white lady, walking her dog. He's like, excuse me, miss, like, can you tell us where, and it says the street name. She was like, can you tell us where the street is? And she's like, oh yeah, if you just walk up a little bit more, it should be right there on the left. So we're like, oh, okay, thank you. Like, bro, we didn't even know we was about to come up on the streets. Like, she literally told us, like, just keep walking straight. Boom, on the left. So we're like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. So I'll be like, oh yeah, it's over. So, bro, we literally I thought we was cooked, bro. We all thought we was cooked. Like, when I tell you, before she told us that, bro, we literally was, like, we had no direction to where we was walking. I didn't know where we were walking to. None of us did. We were literally just walking, like, just blocks at this point. And then she gave us that direction, and we were back locked in, bro. So now we walk up. That was some bullshit. But we walk up, and we finally see the street name. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's right here. It's right here. It's right here. So boom, we pull up. We pull up, and I see this nigga Wilson house. I see the color that he said it was. I see the two houses on the side is the same colors that he told me in kindergarten. It's the number. It's all that. I see it. It's just like how he had described. It's literally just how he described it. Like, he didn't cap about nothing. The house colors was the same. All that. So we pull up to this nigga Wilson house. And I don't remember if the nigga had a doorbell or if we knocked. I feel like we knocked on the door. We knock on the door. This nigga Wilson comes and answers the door with a t-shirt on and his drawers. This nigga in his boxers and a white t-shirt. You feel me? Peeking out the door like these. That nigga's like, he was like shocked as fuck to see us. Like, the nigga was not expecting to see us at all, right? So this nigga see us. He's like, oh, he's like, the nigga Wilson. He was like, he was a cool dude, but you gotta remember, like, this was like before niggas we hit puberty and shit. So like, he sounded real girly, bro. He was like, oh, what's he was like, oh, what's up? Like, mad nervous. He's like, what's up? He was like, how did I get here? I was like, we walked. He was like, how do you guys know where I lived? I'm like, bro, you remember we gave you remember you gave me your address back in kindergarten, bro? He was like, oh, I did. He was like, bro, how did you remember that? I'm like, bro, I don't know, bro. I just remember, bro. And then we was lost at first, and the lady told us where the street was, and shit, we here. So the nigga was like, hold on, I'll be right back. So the nigga went to put on some shorts, and the nigga asked us, I guess he had to go ask his mom or something. He asked his mom if we could play in the yard and shit. and in the driveway, cause he did have a court, and so like, see, his mom approved. His mom let it slide, bro. I ain't gonna lie, his mom let it slide. So she opened up the gate. You feel me? To where the court was at and shit, in the backyard and shit. So boom. Now we just back there hooping. We playing 2v2. You feel me? We back there playing twos. But the whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, this nigga Wilson really tried to flake on niggas, bro. Like, I was never like really, like, even though we was like still having fun and shit, I never looked at Wilson the same after that situation, bro. Like, that shit was weird. But yeah, we was sitting there hooping. We was playing like horse and like 21 and 2-on-2 and shit. And yeah, we was just having a good old time. Then I remember his mom came outside. She was like, "You guys want some chicken nuggets?" We like, "Hell yeah!" You feel me? Like, "Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am." You feel me? So she went up there, whipped up some, you feel me, some chicken nuggets. Bought them outside with like some ketchup or some barbecue sauce. I don't remember. And, nigga, we sat out there, tore them bitches up, nigga. Fucked up the motherfucking fucked up the chicken nuggets. And we got playing basketball for a little bit. Then I remember this nigga Giovanni, this nigga Gio, his mom had called him. Nigga Gio mom had called him. I think she was at Direct. She was at the school looking for this nigga. Like, she came to come pick him up, and the nigga wasn't there. So she called this nigga phone, blacking, you feel me? She started wilding on this nigga. We could hear her on the phone cussing him out. She like, "Where the fuck you at?" Saying mad shit. He like, "I'm at my friend's house," or whatever. She was like, "Who the fuck said you could walk to somebody's house and be at somebody's house? I don't know who them fucking people." Bro, she's spazzing on the nigga, right? But he eventually ended up like telling her like the address and where he is and shit. And she pulled up, came and scooped him. So now it's just me and Wilson there and shit. And it was me, Wilson, and Roberto. Me and Roberto basically had asked Wilson, like, cause at this point it was like 5:30, nigga, 6. So we had asked him if damn, I can't talk. We had asked Wilson to ask his dad if he could drop us off back at the rec, bro. And he was like, "Yeah, whatever, cool." So his dad had dropped, or his mom. I think it was either his mom. No, I'm lying. It was Giovanni's mom who dropped us off back at the rec. Yeah, Giovanni's mom dropped me and Roberto back off at the rec. Which I was not expecting her to do because she was just mad as fuck at this nigga. You feel me? She was mad as fuck at this nigga Giovanni, but she was cool about dropping me and Roberto off. You feel me? I told her thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, me and Roberto went back to the rec, nigga. Signed in and got the game buckets, nigga. Word to bro. Got back to hooping at the rec. And the nigga Giovanni went home. And yeah, that was that, bro. I haven't been looking at the camera all video. I feel like I've been watching the same shit y'all looking at. Cause I'm trying to see how the fuck we lost this bullshit. We definitely lost this tournament, by the way. But yeah, man. It's crazy because, like I said, the nigga Giovanni, he was a grade below us. Like, I ain't really see him or get to talk to him like that for real. And like, after this situation, like I said, I didn't really look at Wilson the same, like, cause I feel like that was weird what he did, cause he didn't keep it real, bro. You know, we still had fun at the end of the day, bro. It was just like, damn, niggas almost got lost trying to just to go to your crib, bro. You could have just asked your dad right then and there. And if he would have said no, nigga, we would have just accepted our fate and went to the wreck, bro. Like, and did the shit we had to do. But, and me and the nigga Roberto, we stopped. I can't remember if this is after like, cause he was only at our school for like 2 to 3 months. He wasn't there for that long. But in the time frame of him being there, you feel me? When he first got there, we was cool. You feel me? Bro, we really got 5 zip by these niggas. That's crazy. When he first got there, we was cool. And then we ended up not being cool. And we was really supposed to fight, but he didn't want to fight. But then we ended up getting back cool again. You feel me? Before the school year ended. So yeah. Me and that nigga was really supposed to tussle, bro, but he didn't want to tussle. He was mad because he had a girlfriend. I forgot who he was dating, but he was dating some girl, bro. But like before the bitch started dating him, the bitch wanted me, but I didn't want her, bro. So now I was basically telling him like, bro, I could have had your girl, bro. He was mad, bro. I was basically starting beef for no reason. I can understand why he was mad, but at the same, I don't know, bro. I was just trolling the nigga, bro. He wanted to fight, so I was like, we could do that, bro. But when we got to school, I seen the nigga, and I was looking at the nigga, bro, he wouldn't look at me, bro. Like, the nigga was acting like I wasn't there, bro. And I was just like, damn, this nigga don't want to fight, bro. But yeah, we ended up getting back cool. But yeah, I don't know, bro. That's the end of that story, man. Shout out to all them niggas, man. Like I said, I miss a lot of my friendships that I had at elementary, bro. I was cool with a lot of niggas, bro. Like my guy Malachi, bro. That was my best friend in kindergarten, first grade. Like I said, me, him, and Keith, bro. Them was my guys. I found out my son Keith in jail. That's tough. I don't know what Malachi doing, bro. I ain't spoke to that nigga since like 2nd, 3rd grade. Yeah, bro. My son Lewis. I seen Lewis a couple years ago. Got him on Snapchat or Instagram, something like that. But we don't talk. But that was my dog, man. That was really my guy. That nigga was funny as a bitch. He was like, I said in my last video when I was reacting to that flight shit that Puerto Rican niggas be corny. Bro, Lewis is like, bro, that nigga's like, he's the funniest Puerto Rican nigga I ever met in my life, bro. That nigga's a comedian. I'm gonna tell another story time with him in it too. About me and him. He had pulled a prank on the whole 6th grade, bro, on all of our friends. And they really went for that shit. They really went for that shit, bro. Shit was crazy. But yeah, man, that's gonna do it for this one. I made this video way longer than it should have been. It could have been like 24, 25 minutes, but I know I'll be chatting when I'm smacked, bro. That's gonna do it for this, man. Like if you enjoy, man, comment below, sub up, share this hoe. And yeah, man, I'm gonna take one more hit for y'all and we out this bit. Gang.